Ho, ho, ho. Hello there, Internet. How are you today? Today I am trying to be like Mermaid Santa. Yes, 'tis the season for holiday cheer. It's Christmas time, and it's also time for religious people to get angry about how we're either celebrating Christmas wrong or not celebrating Christmas at all, or acknowledging people who celebrate different holidays besides Christmas. When I was a wee child, I went to Christian school, I went to church on Sunday, and I went to Christian summer camp in the summertime. So you bet I've heard a little bit about the war on Christmas. Every goddamn year, somebody wrote the word Xmas instead of Christmas. It's a war. A few years ago, it was the red coffee cups from Starbucks. Now the Yuletide is a little bit too gay.
I really think that Christmas was made for our people. The glitter, the ornaments, the dressing up. I mean, look at this tree. It's in drag.
But what Bree has not yet heard of before this year was the war on Thanksgiving.
The left has always hated Thanksgiving. And now they're using the virus as an excuse.
I don't know if you guys may know this. There's a pandemic. It's still going on, and it is affecting how we celebrate the holidays. Some of us have decided not to go travel to see our families, and we might spend our Christmas alone. But personally, I would rather do that than risk getting sick or risk getting other people sick. I think that that is more important to me. My family and I are going to have a Zoom meeting together, and we're going to open our presents. I don't even know if my presents that I purchased for my mom are going to arrive in time, and so I feel very pressured about that. But anyway, the virus does make an impact on how we celebrate the holidays, and it made an impact on how we celebrated Thanksgiving. Charlie Kirk went on this rant. We don't want you to get yourself sick or to get other people sick. And, even though it's the holidays, the virus is still out there and we need to be smart. And he decided to say that people on the left do not like gratitude.
The left has always hated Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving can be interpreted as a religious holiday if you believe in giving thanks to a creator. But they hate Thanksgiving because they believe there is nothing you should be thankful for in America. This is an awful place. It is cancerous, rotten to the core. Tear it all down. Burn it from within. Why would you be thankful? Instead, we need a revolution.
Bro, what the hell? Seriously, what the hell? I've heard many criticisms against Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna lie. There are people on the left who don't like Thanksgiving. But the issue with Thanksgiving isn't, I dislike eating food. I dislike spending time with family. I think that nobody should spend time with their families and enjoy their families during the holidays. Issues that I keep on hearing with Thanksgiving have to do with Native Americans, how Native Americans have been treated in this country, and how Thanksgiving kind of whitewashes that history.
You have taken the land which is rightfully ours. Years from now, my people will be forced to live in mobile homes, on reservations. Your people will wear cardigans and drink highballs. We will sell our bracelets by the roadsides. You will play golf and enjoy hot hors d'oeuvres. My people will have pain and degradation. Your people will have stick shifts. The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust the pilgrims.
I mean, look, that scene is from the Addams Family Values. When was that made? 1993? So that is the criticism when it comes to Thanksgiving. I will say with Charlie Kirk, he is not somebody that I take very seriously at all. I have a different issue with Charlie Kirk, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but I talked about it more extensively in my Blair White video. Very recently, we had an election where, I'm sorry, Donald Trump was not successful in obtaining a second term.
So today I want to congratulate President-elect Joe Biden. The President-elect is no stranger to the Senate. He's devoted himself to public service for many years. I also want to congratulate the Vice President-elect, our colleague from California, Senator Harris.
Mitch McConnell acknowledged reality, and Charlie Kirk was not happy about that.
But the term congratulations inherently means that you are applauding and recognizing an achievement of success. When do you use congratulations in your life? When people attain athletic accomplishments, when people get married, engaged. You typically don't use the term congratulations when someone just stole money from a bank. You don't go to your friends or your family members that might be engaging in criminal activity and say, congratulations.
How many more people voted for Joe Biden than Donald Trump? Was it like 5 million more people? How is that comparable to robbing a bank? This dude is ridiculous. But back to Charlie's point about how people on the left are not interested in gratitude.
The Students for a Democratic Society radicals once wrote in the 1960s, they said, conflict is the origin of everything. What happens when you're thankful? By definition, you're less likely to be involved and engaged in conflict. Thanksgiving is supposed to de-escalate any sort of pre-existing issues in our country. And now they're using the virus as an excuse.
I feel like we are so hyper-partisan these days. We're so politically divided that we think that only people on our team experience very basic, good emotions. Like they're the only ones who care about facts and logic. They care about families. No, I'm sorry. People on the left do have families as well. People on the left do experience gratitude. But I definitely will say that there are people on the other side, Democrats, who also have that us versus them mentality. For example, Alyssa Milano, who I did criticize before on this channel a few times. She tweeted this where I saw this and I was like, what the hell is that? I'm a Democrat because I believe in love. That is messed up, but I think like those are both bad. Like both thinking that only conservatives believe in gratitude, that's ridiculous. Saying that Republicans do not believe in love, also ridiculous. Though I guess maybe you can argue that over here, our definition of what love is a little bit like less narrow. As I've mentioned this year, big controversy in that we are making the Yuletide too gay, and Ben Shapiro felt the need to weigh in on this, even though he's not a Christian.
All I'm saying is that if you are a conservative with conservative sensibilities, at a certain point, you might get sick of the fact that Hollywood only wants to make the kinds of movies that you despise, right? And only wants to make the kind of movies that slap your sensibilities in the face and treat you like you're a fool. Again, that movie from Hulu apparently is, I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going by the reviews, which are, of course, 100% positive. The movie is all about how a conservative family learns that all of their religious values have been a bunch of crap for years, which is always exciting news.
For everyone out there who may be triggered by this, I would like to extend to you a trigger warning. Here is a very controversial scene in that Hulu lesbian Christmas rom-com that they put out. Also, spoiler alert too.
I love you girls. And I'm sorry for making you think that anything could ever get in the way of that. I want to do better. And it will take time, but all I want for you is to find the same joy and happiness that you have given me, no matter where it comes from.
So the dad says, I love you as you are. I'm sorry if I ever said or did anything that would make you think otherwise. Holy shit, what the hell? No, that's too PC, that's too SJW. What is that? What I didn't realize at the time that I made my last video, which was a review of this in which I talked about Ben Shapiro in more detail. This is the first LGBTQ Christmas movie that was released by a major studio. Personally, my favorite LGBTQ Christmas movie, which was not released by a major studio, was Tangerine. I thought it was funny, and it has a really good rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which we know that Ben Shapiro doesn't like.
I have a basic rule on Rotten Tomatoes. If it's got over 85%, it's probably going to suck. It's probably not going to be good. It's going to be filled with social justice warrior crap that the critics feel obligated to say that they like.
But you know, there are even more gay Christmas movies coming out this season. The Hallmark Channel released their first Hallmark movie that features a gay couple.
They have decided the entertainment industry that they have to go to places like Hallmark and then browbeat them into making pieces on lesbian and gay couples, even though the main constituency for Hallmark is largely religious families with small children. That's their prerogative. All these are free companies. They can do what they want. But it means that conservatives can and should build alternatives.
I am curious to know what Ben Shapiro means by browbeat, because I just feel like the terminology is very violent. And I know that 1 Million Moms, this Christian group, protested this and said, we don't want this PC stuff. And I'm asking, when the Christian moms complain about how the Hallmark movie channel is becoming too gay, they're not going to watch it anymore, are they then browbeating Hallmark channel? Is it only browbeating when gay people say, I don't like it that Hallmark removed a commercial that featured a lesbian couple getting married? And definitely when it comes to this movie, which is called The Christmas House.
The Christmas House, based on the real life of star Robert Buckley. Robert actually pitching the idea to Hallmark about a family that completely transforms their home for the holiday season. Also included in Robert's pitch, that the character of his brother be gay.
Like, is that browbeating for a straight guy to come to Hallmark and say, hey, I want to make this movie and I want this character to be gay?
To me, it was kind of absurd. It hadn't happened yet. And it felt like if I was going to get an opportunity to tell a story, then I'm going to paint with all the colors. As a straight white male, there is plenty of me on every show. I've never watched something and been like, where do I fit in? Or I don't see myself in this. And it kind of wasn't until realizing that, like, wow, there are so many people out there who can't see themselves in something. And that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and the gay character is played by Jonathan Bennett, who you may remember from Mean Girls.
On October 3rd, he asked me what day it was.
It's October 3rd.
Happy October 3rd early.
It's a story about two brothers. There's the straight brother, there's a gay brother. And on Hallmark Channel, there have been gay side characters before. I remember there's this movie from like 2012 where the main female character had a lesbian sister. But in this case, the gay brother is married. He's not just like decoration off to the side. Like, he has his own storyline. When we're first introduced to him and his husband, it sounds like they're about to go back into the closet.
You sure you don't want to tell your family yet? I mean, we're about to be in close quarters with them for the next couple weeks. It might be hard to keep this a secret.
And I'm like, oh my God, I just dealt with this with the happiest season, not again. But no.
Adoptions fall through all the time. It's hard enough for us during this process. I don't want to get their hopes up till we're at the finish line.
They're planning on adopting and they don't want to get anyone's hopes up about the adoption. So they were going to just keep quiet until they knew for certain what was going to happen with the adoption.
Wow. Can I just say that after hearing about the famous Mitchell Christmas House for years, I am so honored and thrilled to be part of this operation.
Thank you, Jake. Have I told you lately you're my favorite son-in-law?
You might be your favorite son, period, if you're going to be this peppy.
All right, guys, I need you to focus.
It's like a normal family film. We see the characters interacting with their families. The parents are 100% supportive. It's not treated as if it's a big deal. And the message is supposed to be like, hey, this is just a normal family, just like everybody else. The straight brother has like the typical Hallmark movie narrative of him coming back to his hometown, meeting a girl from his past and getting together with her. Whereas the gay brother, it's not about him getting together with anybody. He's already in a committed relationship. So I started to wonder, I wonder when Hallmark Channel is going to have like a gay couple where that's like the story is about them getting together and falling in love. But then I found out that Lifetime, they also put out a gay Lifetime Christmas movie. There's a man who's a lawyer. He lives in the big city. He goes back to his hometown in the Midwest and he, meets up with a guy that he had a crush on in high school. So it does have like that typical Hallmark or Lifetime Christmas movie storyline.
At Lifetime, Christmas love is for everyone.
And the mom is played by Fran Drescher. You remember her from The Nanny. I used to watch The Nanny when I was a kid. The two guys in this story are husbands. They are married to each other. And I do like that there is mention of like them being more involved in the LGBT community. There's also this other movie called Dashing in December. So like we're just going all out with these Christmas movies this year and I'm loving it. I want to know what you think. Are you going to travel to see your family? Do you already live with your family? Are you going to watch any of these gay Christmas movies? Or are you like horribly threatened by all of these? I do wonder what the solution is. Is the solution that gay people shouldn't enjoy Christmas? But when some people on the left don't enjoy Thanksgiving, then, oh, it's a war on Thanksgiving. But if we say, yeah, Christmas sucks and it's a war on Christmas, but if we say, oh no, Christmas is awesome, I'm celebrating Christmas, but I'm celebrating my way, that's a big deal too. So like, I don't really understand what the solution is between these holidays, but yeah, maybe we can work something out. Just let me know in the comments below.